So first and foremost, as we jump into the program today, the whole Juneteenth thing, I wanted to start off with this because, we're coming up on the 4th of July. Independence Day is how I refer to it. I mean, I understand it's July 4th, but it's Independence Day as well. And that's actually how it is first and foremost, Independence Day. So the Juneteenth Bill, I know you all have heard of it. Juneteenth, in case you don't know what Juneteenth is, it's actually, I actually thought that that there would have been a move to make it a Texas state holiday, more so than like a federal holiday, because I know a lot of people have been going back and forth over when it was that, the Emancipation Proclamation, etc. And so it is widely observed as it originated in Galveston, Texas, and it's widely observed as the day that marked the effectively ended slavery in the United States. So it was in 1865. That's when you had federal soldiers that came up into Galveston and they said, hey, this was after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation, like 2 or some odd years. And they told everyone all enslaved people are free. They're all Americans. And this was after Robert E. Lee had surrendered, et cetera, et cetera. So the Emancipation Proclamation was in 63. The troops arriving in Galveston was in 65. And it didn't instantly, after the Emancipation Proclamation, people weren't immediately freed. So it only applied to places that were under Confederate control, and it did not apply to like what were described as border states that practiced slavery, or areas that were considered like Confederate areas already under Union control. And so a lot of people who were previously enslaved fled behind Union lines. And so that's kind of the backstory of that, right? And in Texas, it was a little bit different because there wasn't like any big conflict, no large scale conflict in Texas. I'm giving you the backstory on this so you can kind of understand both sides here. So there were people who were kind of going back and forth on the actual day. Now, in I don't know, it was like the end of the 70s. I think Texas was like the first state. They had a Jubilee Day. They made Juneteenth an official holiday. So Texas kind of had it as an officially recognized holiday. And so then Joe Biden signs it. This was after it was already, by the way, being proposed and promoted by Trump. Trump had already been talking about Juneteenth. This was something that actually began under the Trump administration. So here's the issue at hand. A lot of people are saying that Juneteenth it's kind of a troll of Independence Day because of when it's scheduled and the name of the bill, et cetera, et cetera. Now, there's 2 ways to think about this. And I understand that nuance is dead, but being that we are smart individual conservatives, we love brains, science, reasoning, and nuance. And so I want to make sure that is incorporated in keeping with who we are as an ideology. And so with this, I had tweeted something else. I had tweeted something about this. Now, we can have a discussion, which we're going to, about the name of the bill, because the name is a little odd to me. But I have never had any problem with celebrating freedom over Democrat tyranny, ever. I've never had a problem with this. And so I had said before, as a God-fearing American, I'm totally fine with another federal holiday that celebrates this. Actually, I'm totally fine with another federal holiday that keeps government people out of government. Guys, that's one more day that these people aren't there doing stuff. We don't want them in these government buildings doing stuff. Whenever they go in these government buildings and they do stuff, it's never good for us.